and welcome back to my channel. So I'm a big fan of comedy, and as well as watching actual comedy shows, I really like watching like comedy analyses and video essays and that type of thing, because I love picking things apart to see how they work, and this is another example of that. So I was watching this video essay on YouTube about the differences between the American and British office. I'm really sorry, I've just been kissing my cat, and so I'm covered in fur, so I'll be doing this for a bit. I can feel it, but I can't see it. So yes, as I was saying, the video essay is all about the differences between the British and American versions of The Office. And there are some very interesting social points that are brought up. The first is going to be by Ricky Gervais, and he is the guy who created and starred in the British, co-created the British version of The Office. And the second clip is Stephen Fry, who's just all round good comedy man.
But the big difference is that Americans are more optimistic, and that's due to the fact that Americans are told they can become the next president of the United States. And they can. British people are told it won't happen to you. And they carry that. They carry that with them.
Europe is just basically a gene pool of people whose ancestors said, oh, I don't think I can risk. No, I can't risk it. America is a gene pool of people say, let's risk it.
Yeah, let's
try it.
So I typically don't really like to generalize, but I think that these clips make some very valid points, and for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to be talking about like whether you were brought up with an American attitude or a European attitude or a British attitude, but I just want to make the general overarching point that the culture that you're brought up in, so whether that is your country or your family, your household, your society, whatever that might be, it has some effect on your attitude towards what you believe you can achieve in your life. So the only thing I can truly go off is my experience growing up. And obviously I grew up in England, and I had two very, very loving parents and an all-round good childhood, but there was always this kind of heavy British realism over my life. Growing up, a lot of, you know, goals and dreams and ideas and this type of thing were met with this relentless realism. It was never a case of, you know, if you work hard then you'll be able to get there, or blah, blah, dreams can come true, go you, woo. It was never that kind of thing. It was always like, well, have you considered this devastating fact? And I would kind of go, oh no, I hadn't considered that devastating fact, actually. Yeah, let's just scrap the whole idea and I'll just go do something else then, I guess. So if you grow up somewhere where the general attitude towards you achieving your goals is not one of positivity and encouragement, then it makes you not want to speak about it. It makes you not want to tell people. And if you don't speak about the things that you believe in, you end up kind of pushing them aside, and you end up living in this like little box that you're scared of going out into, because you feel like if you wander out of your comfort zone, you're not going to be supported. So if I may, I'm going to go back to generalizing a little bit more, and I just want to talk about the American dream. And I completely understand that times are changing, and that, you know, this might not translate day to day in general households, but ultimately the national ethos of the US is built on this idea of social mobility and freedom and liberty, and this idea that, you know, you can achieve what you want to achieve. So whether or not that's realistic, that belief is instilled in American citizens in some form. So there are two very important takeaway points from this video that I'd like to leave you with. So the first thing is basically the general theme of the video, which is to have some understanding that your willingness to step out of your comfort zone and take action and take the steps and move forward towards what you want to happen or the goals that you want to achieve, that is based in some way. That attitude is rooted in your first experiences of this world. It's whether or not you saw people around you going out of their comfort zone. It's whether or not your thoughts and ideas were met with positivity and encouragement, or whether they were shot down. It's whether you were taught to view the world as full of opportunity and possibility and potential, or whether you were taught to see it as some scary thing that would knock you down as soon as it was given the opportunity to. How you view your potential to change and succeed is ultimately governed by your experiences of this world, and this is a very important thing to properly understand. And the reason for that is because too often we think it's part of us, we think it is our personality, or we feel like it's ingrained within us, it's part of who we are, that we are someone who doesn't want to take risks, or that we are someone who shies away from what we really want, we can end up beating ourselves up for that. But to have some understanding that it is from the world around you, it allows you to distance yourself from that and accept that, yes, this is something that I've been taught, but it's not the truth. And the second thing that I want you to take away from this video is that it does not matter how you were brought up to see change and to see achieving goals and to see stepping out of your comfort zone. You are just as capable as someone who views the world completely differently. So I came up with a good analogy for this. Well, I think it's a good analogy, but imagine that you are jumping off a diving board into a pool. So you've got two people. You've got someone who's standing there on the diving board and they're being told everything's going to be fine, you can do it. If you jump, you're going to have a great time, you're going to enjoy yourself, you're going to feel so fulfilled, you're going to enjoy being in the pool, everything's going to be fine. And the second person, if they are standing on the diving board and they are told it's not safe, it's best just to stay on the diving board because at least then you know that you're going to be fine. You know, something could go wrong, we don't know, the world's a scary place. Then that person is going to be a lot less willing to jump into the pool, but ultimately they're going to be jumping into the same water. They are just as capable of jumping into that water. Water's exactly the same. It doesn't actually change reality. It doesn't change the facts. It just changes your perception of your potential. The ability to jump into the pool is exactly the same, and there's the exact same amount of risk. Nothing changes except the attitude. So regardless of which person you are in that analogy, the thing to remember is that it's always action that is the important thing. And action is always going to be a little bit scary. Going out of your comfort zone is always going to be a little bit scary. So whether or not you believe that going out of your comfort zone is going to be a good thing or a bad thing, that has no bearing on what it actually will be. So regardless of how your life has taught you to see the world, you are just as capable as anyone else of carving your own path out of it and shaping it to what you need it to be. The thing to remember when it comes to achieving goals is that it's all about action. So you can prepare till you're blue in the face, but it's about taking actual tangible action, actual definable action that is going to be, that they are the actual steps forward. I've said actual so many times. So I hope that made some sense. I do feel like I blabbed on a bit, so apologies if I did blab, but hopefully you got something meaningful from this video anyway, because that is the intention. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you so wish, and also to follow me on my Instagram and check out my blog. And I will see you soon, very soon. I hope you're having a lovely day. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Branded, your position, heartfelt, social condition, not bad, but I have it any other way. Day and night, it's not the same as being wrong, right? There is surely grace, but sometimes Sunday